Hey everybody. Thanks, Sally. Hey Jennifer. Hey Deborah. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of things today, other than the unmolding of last week's live, and I don't know what this is. Oh, it comes off. All right. So I have poured out a little bit of resin so that we can pour so that we have something to unmold next week. Because if I had just decided to just uh, uh, give away stuff, we wouldn't have anything to unmold for next week. So I'm gonna pour just one mold, and I'm gonna do like I always do. Try to keep it to an hour or less, and so I will keep an eye on the time so that we can keep in doing that. Hey Kimberly. Um, I'm really exhausted today. My youngest is sick. He was sick. Well, he said that he had been sick, started to feel sick from last week, and so I took him to the emergency room yesterday. He actually asked me to take him to the emergency room. So, when a kid is really sick, if they're asking to be taken to the emergency room. So, oh, and I didn't pick my colors. So I did take him to the emergency room uh, yesterday, and we found out. So he doesn't have strep, which is a good thing. But he does have, unfortunately, uh, he has walking pneumonia. We found that out yesterday. Um, so yeah, uh, he is on he's on antibiotics, and he also has some steroids that he's taking, and they gave him also some uh, the what is it, magic mouthwash. I'm sure you guys know what that is, the lidocaine mouthwash, and it helps with numbing his throat because he said his throat really hurt. So yeah, he said to me on Sunday night, he said that he wasn't feeling any better, and he said that I said, what about the doctor? Because usually if I like put forth the idea of going to the doctor, he's like, no, I don't want to go to the doctor. And then he's like, okay, I'll go to school. And so when I put forth the doctor yesterday, he said, because I said, if you stay home, then you're gonna have to go to the doctor. And if I take you to the doctor, more than likely they're gonna want to do strep, because that usually is what goes around a lot in school. And he said to me, yeah, I want to take I'll take the strep, whatever it is, if that means it makes my throat feel better. And so, of course, that, a red flag went off in my head, thinking, okay, he must be really, really ill if he's like, yes, take me to the doctor. Plus, he went to bed at 8:30 on Sunday. And so which is really early for him. You know how kids are, they never want to go to bed. And so I hadn't seen or heard from him for a little while, so I checked on him, and he was already in bed sleeping at 8:30. So yeah, I called school and took him to the emergency room first thing Monday morning, and you know, they did some checking and all of that stuff, and then they drew some blood, and they said they would call us back later in the day with the results, and because it came back negative for strep, which I was like, phew. And but then I get a phone call from his doctors or from the emergency room saying that he has walking pneumonia and that it's highly contagious. Um, and so that he needed to be on antibiotics, and he needed to be on antibiotics for at least 48 hours and no school, absolutely no school whatsoever. So yeah, he is tired and all of that. No problem. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you were able to at least drop by, and that always means a whole bunch. Yeah, I hope I don't get it as well. So I've been trying to keep him at arm's length as possible, um, while still also taking care of him, because being immuno suppressed leads, you know, to issues. But I do want him, of course, to get better as well. So it's been a lot of, you know, giving him Tylenol, ibuprofen, plus now a whole like pile of other medications. So with that being said, I have one glove. I need one more glove. Uh, So what we'll do first is I will let me get my glove, excuse me, my gloves on, and once I get uh that molded, I will show you the colors for the next thing we're going to pour. But before I pour it, I want to draw a couple of prizes. Um yes, I agree, and we are everybody is being masked. So he is currently in his room right now. He's asleep, and thank you, P, for showing up. I really appreciate you coming, even though it's really late. I know it's always hard with everybody's time differences and all that stuff, but it really means a lot that you came, and thank you for the well wishes. So um, let's unmold the uh, yeah, and that's the same thing with my son with his walking pneumonia, because it's a bacteria. And so that's the reason why he needs antibiotics. I don't have any idea how he got it. Um and so I mean, I was shocked as anybody that's what the results came back as. Although the doctor that he saw said that because school has started up again, they've obviously seen a spike in you know, kids being sick, along, you know, with strep and everything. So yeah, more it's definitely school. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. Um, Thank you, Dawn. Thank you very much, and thank you for the well wishes. So let's do this first. Let's unmold this piece. And I know Sally is, um, this is the piece that Sally claimed from one of my pours. So if when we do the dibs live, which I have scheduled for in a couple of weeks, and so if you see anything that I have poured that, like I said, that has not come up when I do a show what I'm going to be selling, please let me know. But yeah, so this is yeah, that's definitely, that sounds scary. So yeah, this is Sally's piece. It is absolutely stunning. I'm sure Sally, once you get it, um you'll probably love it even more in person. It's even more amazing. So it's really sparkly, and uh very much 3D. So I really like the way this piece came out. Because so that piece is Sally's, but like there's a couple more. Like for example, I'm planning on selling like this piece. This is one that's gonna be in the sale, and then this one as well. And this one has magnets on the back. I need to just tidy up the back a little bit. But this one will be um, available. This one will be available. This one is the one that I said reminds me of a tigerfish. Let's see. And I'm thinking about this one as well. I really like the way that one came out. One of my more, also my favorite pieces is is which incorporates both resin and crochet, is this one, but I haven't decided yet because there's the crochet flower sticks out a bit on this side, but I think I can fix that. But the way it looks like on this side is really, really beautiful. Let's see. Um, oh, and then this one, and probably that one. Oh, that's scary, Jennifer. And then that one. So yeah, there will be several choices. Um, but obviously, it's just a matter of what I think will, or what are up to, you know, my standards and not. So yeah, that's that. So let's get a move on with um unmolding, and then we'll pull for some prizes. And then I'll check my resin. And start pouring. And I'll show you the colors as well. All right. So this is from last week. And I didn't put a back on this one. Hey, Tammy. Okay, so let's see how it turned out and how much splatty it got. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jennifer. That really sucks. I can that must have been really hard. That reminds me of what I went through in 2021. I lost my dad suddenly um in 2021, and that was in May. And then in November of 2021, my grandma passed away, which was my dad's mom. And then in on Christmas Day of 2021, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law's husband passed away from cancer. He had stage 4 cancer, and he passed away. So that was a tough year too. So yeah, it really sucks. So okay, let's see what this one came out to be. This one was the Dottie one, and let's see how it came out. And I don't know, that's too many dots, and that gives me the yucks. I'm not happy with that at all. I think this is the first one that I'm not really that pleased with. I'm wondering, I have a feeling the reason why it probably came out this way is because the resin that I poured may have been too thin of a layer. I don't know, maybe it might grow on me, but I'm not really all that pleased. It does. I do like the other side, and that's the one thing about resin is that um you can use the front side or the back side. So so yeah, that's the upside, is that the back side looks fantastic. So um I think this is the first time that I'm actually disappointed the way this side came out. But can't win them all, right? This definitely looks better. So, all right. Let's move on from there. All right, so I'm going to show you my colors and we're going to pour this round mold. And I poured a total of approximately 6 ounces by weight of resin, and it's been sitting here for a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Deborah. The backside is now the front. So, I mean, it is what it is. So I have some clear sitting here, warming up a little bit. And I'm going to take out a little bit for the white. And I'm going to I put in this cup some shiny mica powder that I'm going to add my white. And then I picked some dark blue shimmery blue glass pieces. I don't, mainly because um, what is easiest to handle, I think, because a lot of times with white, you know what is in the white pastes. Because, so like with the white pastes, for the most part, um, you don't have the added color. So, for example, if I were to get a paste, it may have um, blue in it. So um, it will have, say, a little bit of white with blue. And so it, how do I explain it? It will then change the weight of the paste. So, and that's also what gets the resin to do what you want it to do up to a point, obviously. Um, and so knowing the weight, approximately anyway, by using white on a regular basis gives you an idea with your recipe um, on what the turnout is going to be, if that makes sense. It's kind of like when you bake a cake. Like, you know, okay, if I always use this kind of flour when I bake my cake, I know for sure my cake is going to turn out this way. Thus, the reason why I will use a specific kind of white. And so I have many different brands of white, and each one acts a little bit differently according to what I tried to accomplish. And so, um, like that, I think I may have added a little bit too much white, which is possibly why it also sank so much. So you have to take into account the brand, how much you put in, and then um, also the kind of resin. So if you also then you add the addition of any color, it will then change the recipe some. So like let's see here, I'll show you. For example, I used white, but I added some color to it. So like this one, okay. So I did have white in the edge part, but to make it that pink color, I added a little bit of pink alcohol ink. And so it changed its makeup and its chemical makeup, and then thus you get a different look. So, say if I were to try um, maybe black. Maybe black is a lot heavier because it's made differently. So I hope that kind of explains it's a chemistry thing. So so yeah, that's essentially what, like, when you're working with resin, you have to make sure that um yeah, so it's weight, and it's all it's chemistry and it's science. So you guys are learning with me on how everything works together, which is why sometimes I have success and sometimes I don't. So like with this last piece, it's kind of like, okay, one, I think I put too much white. And two, I know I used a different brand. So next time if I use that brand, I need to add less because it's heavier. And then I think also what it had to do with is the thickness of the amount of resin I put in. Maybe has to be more because it has then further to go down in the mold. And then maybe I'll get a better outcome. So yeah, so that's essentially how usually it works. So okay, so now let me show you the colors that I am going to be using, and I am going to be using my favorite colors. Yes, exactly, for density. So that whole thing comes into play when you're pouring resin. It's like what kind of resin, whether it's the brand or the viscosity. So like how thick it is, how thick or how much or the depth of the resin you pour, the brand of your colors. And you never want to put too much color into your resin because then it won't cure. If you put too much color into your resins, which I've run into that, like when I first started learning, and I was putting like indiscriminate amount of colors into my resin. I has had a couple of times where I waited the correct amount of time, which is usually about 12-ish hours. Um, I'll come back the next day and it's not cured. So then I wait and it's still not cured. And so a lot of times it's because maybe I put too much. Because if you add too much colorant, and then which sometimes it contains water, which is why you can use acrylic paints as your colorant at something that's inexpensive. You just have to be careful because there is water in there, and water and epoxy resin do not like each other very much. So if you do use acrylic paint, use it judiciously because otherwise it will not cure. Um, just put in very small dots amount inside of your resin. Otherwise, yeah, you'll end up with a liquidy mess or it'll be soft and it will never ever cure. So, okay. My colors that I'm using, which are boring, but these are my favorite colors. My favorite color is blue, and I love blue of any shade. I am using the color Lagoon. Yes, it is. So I've been doing resin for 5+ years, 6 years now. Um, Actually longer than that, over 10 years. And I'm still learning, obviously. So um it's science and art together, which is why I like it so much. Um I don't know, maybe I'm weird that way, but it relaxes me that way as well. Hey Sandra, good morning. So okay, first color is Lagoon, and next color is Sapphire, and then the last color is Ocean. So this one is I'm going to be making into a flower, but first let's give away something. All right, so um I'm going to have a replay prize. So I'm going to show first, let me show you the replay prize, okay? Um and I will give you the word for the replay prize towards the end. But this is the replay prize. So hopefully you guys will be excited about this because I'm excited to give it away. And I know you guys say to keep stuff that. Oh, you're welcome. Because I know that I've heard from a lot of you guys that like you are interested in possibly learning how to do it, but aren't sure if you want to try. And but if even if you are just interested, I'm more than happy to talk away about it. So hey, if it benefits you guys and you guys like to hear me talk about it, I will talk it up to no end. So okay, so this is the replay prize, and I'm hoping you guys are excited to get a chance to win it as I am to give it away. I know you guys say to keep nice things for myself, but I do keep things for myself. I actually, I don't know if you guys saw, Furls had mystery bags available. I don't know if they had any. They had 3 sizes: small, medium, large available. Um I got a text message and an email from them saying they had mystery bags. And then Nitpicks, was it Nitpicks? No, was it not Nitpicks? What? Yeah, I think it was Nitpicks. Also had mystery bags, so I got a couple of those, and I'll be unboxing them over probably next week to uh share with you guys. So this is the replay price, okay? Because I want to get a move on, so I can stick to my 1 hour promise. So this is the replay prize. This um, is a D&D casting number 10 with red tamarind, and it's a size I hook, and it is a Nelson wood hook, and this is what it looks like. And I got it with the size printed on it right there, and I like that he does it in a contrasting color so you can see it. And I got it in a size that I know is super popular, H or I. So this is what I'm giving away as the replay prize. So make sure you stick around to the end to get the secret word, and I'm gonna run it for 2 weeks so that it gives everybody, you know, a fair chance to enter. And so and uh, also Bridget generously um said she would give one of her bags, hey Terry, um away as well. And so I will be giving that away as well today. So let's give away the first thing. So these yarns are super soft, so I'm gonna give away one hank um of this one, and this one is Audine Wool's Mellow, and this is by Knit Crate, back when Knit Crate was around. And um it's a gorgeous yarn. It's high and dry, 80% alpaca, 20% tencel, bulky weight, 125 yards, 100 grams. So it's a nice gray color. And so that's what I am giving away right now. So I have Nightbot pulled up. Let me get that guy up here. And it was. And so this is some really awesome yarn. I was super sad when they went away, although the way they went away was kind of stinky. Um, so if anybody wins this or the three other ones that I have, you guys will be lucky, because I don't know how easy it is to find this yarn now. So okay, so put in kind words, and I will pull a winner for this. And I set it up so that anybody who's been active for at least a minute should be entered once you guys start going along. Okay. All right. So it looks like I have everybody. So I'm gonna roll the first winner. In five, four, three, two, and one. And congratulations to Jennifer. So Jennifer, if you can send me your information to uh, fibroyarn at yahoo.com, that would be great. Um, and then I am going to pull one more, and we'll save the last two for the end. And then so that we can, I know, me too. I wish there was a confetti button. I'm sure there probably is, but unfortunately, I don't pay for StreamYard. StreamYard got really, really, yeah, I'm sure I probably do, but just in case. Um, so the next one I'm gonna pull for is it's Knitology Wisp, and it's in this peachy salmon color. It's called Clay Pot. It's 100% merino wool and DK weight, and it's 236 yards, 100 grams. And again, super nice and squishy. Awesome, Jennifer. I'm glad. I saw the picture with all of the hooks in it, so I'm glad you were able to use it. It was a nice, solid holder, so it was nice to have to give away. So, oh, awesome, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in some kind words, and I'm going to pull another winner for this one, and we'll pour. And I wish there was a confetti button. StreamYard, I mean, they might have a confetti button, but I don't pay for StreamYard. They got super expensive, and so it was like ridiculous when they changed their prices. So, um, it would be fun to use. It would be fun to like use like hearts and confetti and all kinds of fun thing. Um, okay, so I think I have everybody. Let me give it another 10 seconds. Okay. Five, four, three, two, and one. And Dawn, congratulations. Okay, so now let's oh look at that. It cured. All right. We'll have to pour some more. That's what happens when I talk too much. Not a problem. Yeah. That's what happens when I talk too much. So that's what is called flash curing. It's what happens when you leave it sit too long. It's all right. So I'm just going to pour some more. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know it's a popsicle and me jibber jabbering too much. So, um, we'll pour another 6. And I'll stir it around and then we'll get a hurry and less talking. I need another stick. Oh, okay. No. So once it has gotten to that point, that's it. Nope. Once it has cured that way, it has cured. I know, which is why they say it is a science thing, and they also say resin can be a expensive hobby, because if you mess up, that's it. So, but that's all right. I've had it happen to me on more than one occasion, and it's because one, either I'm not paying attention, or two, I'm not paying attention. So, and the other thing too is you also have to make sure things are, measured properly. You mix things well. I mean, that's nothing. Uh, and the thing too is that if you were to feel the cup, it it feels like 1,000 degrees. It's really hot. That's how you know it's curing. Um, yeah. So I do have a timer, and sometimes I will shut it off because you should do it for 4 minutes, and so I've done it where I have shut it off, gone and did something, come back, and it's too late. It's kind of like, when you hit snooze and then you're like, oh, I'm just going to hit snooze one more time. Just one more time. I'll be fine if I just hit it one more time. And then you realize, oh crap, I hit it too many times. That's how it's been. So it's not a biggie. Um, that was just my fault. I was too excited about giving stuff away to you guys and talking to you guys about resin. And here I thought I was being like, thinking ahead by measuring it out and stirring it and everything. And I all I can think of in my head is, hey, at least I know that my measurements are right because it cured. Because that's the other thing that I always worry about. Did I measure it out properly so that it cures hard? Because sometimes that's the one thing. Because that's the other thing about the resin is you also have to take into account the weather. So, when I moved from Hawaii to Oklahoma, I had to relearn and adjust how I use the resin because of the, pressure and temperature. If it's warmer or if it's colder, that makes a difference. So yeah. All right. So that's mixed. Let's get some a little bit of resin in here. This is the stones, and I don't need a lot in there. But I do have a timer. I have done it on more than one occasion where I'm like, I'm just, I should be fine. And one time I think I mistakenly let maybe 2 cups like that cure on accident. So I mean, it is what it is. All right. Now I'm going to put a couple of drops of my white in here. And then mix this around. It is. Luckily I have there's some left in the bottle, and then I have another box of that resin. Luckily the company that I got it from was kind enough to give me a decent coupon. So I saved a decent amount of money on the resin. Because I refuse to pay full price on stuff. If I can get a coupon for stuff, I will get a coupon for it. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put the clear down. Just making sure that it's all to the edge. All right, now let's put the color down. All right, so we'll put Lagoon down first. This is Lagoon. Then we'll do Ocean. And Ocean looks like it's got a little bit of green in it. And then lastly is Sapphire. Put that in the center. And I'm going to let that spread for a little bit. I know you guys, some of you think this is like super relaxing. I find it really relaxing. All right. Now I'm going to pipe this on here and try my best to keep a halfway steady hand. What do I want to do? Let's do swirls the best that I can. Okay, that's that. Now let's put the stones in a center. And I picked a fairly contrasting color from what I have for my inks. And I really like doing that to make it kind of pop. And then I'm gonna come back with a silicone stick in just a second. So we're coming up on an hour. So let's get so I'm just skimming the surface. And let's see. We'll do a little bit of the swirl. All right. I don't like waiting that long either. I mean, I would do another like live unmolding in a couple of days, or even on Sunday if you guys would be wanting me to do it. Because I don't like waiting that long either. So I'm with you, Deborah. All right, let's do this. So here is the last hank that I'm going to be giving away. It is Nick Crate Vitellana Silhouette, and it is in the color Misty Dawn. It is this beautiful baby pink in fingering weight. It is 50% superwash merino wool and 50% tencel. It's 400 yards or 100 grams. Here, before I pull that, I will show you up close what it looks like. It looks like the ocean. Are you sure, Jennifer? So I really like the way this one looks right now. I think it's going to come out beautiful. I might, just because I'm like you, Deborah, I don't like having to wait a week either. So, all right. Go ahead and start. Sorry about that. That was my tripod not cooperating. Okay. So go ahead and with the kind words, and I will pick a winner really quick, and then we'll pick another winner for one of Bridges's bags. She kindly donated a bag as well. So go ahead and okay, so it looks like we got everybody. I am going to go ahead and pick the winner. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it's Deborah. Congratulations, Deborah. All right, last prize. It is a bag from Bridget. You are welcome. So, go ahead, start putting in those words so you can get a chance to win one of Bridget's bags. And then I will give you the word for the replay uh, replay giveaway. And thank you for everybody for hanging with me and watching my mess up. But you guys can see that I am no expert. But I love having fun with you guys. You guys are so, so much fun. Um, and I cannot wait to see how this one comes out. You guys are one of like few happy places. Yes, just like when you mess up on a crochet project. Unfortunately, with resin, you can't frog it, but it's a learning lesson. All right, I'm going to pick the winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it's Jennifer. Congratulations, Jennifer. I really need to get one of Bridget's bags. She makes some amazing bags and some amazing, amazing yarn. You guys are awesome. thank you for coming to celebrate with me on my birthday. And I will see you guys next week, unless I mean, hey, I am happy to unmold on Sunday if you want me to set up a Sunday one. And I'll unmold this one and we'll pour something else. And then we can unmold on Tuesday something else. But yeah, uh, thank you so much, Sally. Okay, I'll do that. I'll set something up. If you guys are able to make it on Sunday, let's do it on Sunday. And we will unmold this guy. All right. Take care, everybody. Have the rest. Yes, no problem. No problem. Make it if you can. Take care, all. Thank you, Jennifer.